welcome back to my channel. My name is Shamika and this is Check the Rhymes. I'm super excited that you're here. You already know the drill. Subscribe, like, comment, share, and tap the bell icon, and then make sure to check me out at my media partner, sweet929.tv. Whew, okay, now that I got that out of the way because I was rushing through it because I'm hype about today's show. So let's stroll down memory lane for a second, okay? The year was 1990, well, anyway, Touch Me, Tease Me was at the top of the charts. And old me, had her first celebrity interview with Case. So joining me today is Case. You know, we're gonna catch up and see what he's been up to over the years, what he's been doing during the quarantine, and I wanna get into some of the behind the scenes stories of an album of his that turned 20 last year, because after all, June is Black Music Month, but around here on Check the Rhymes, I celebrate Black music all the time. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss this interview. Welcome to Check the Rhymes. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I was just telling the people that you were my first celebrity interview back in the 90s.
Oh, yeah. When you was at school, right?
Yes, East Tennessee State, where you completely embarrassed me.
Nah, I had to make it fun for you so you wouldn't be nervous.
But that's my fault because I wasn't prepared, and then I let you have the microphone, and that's all it was.
We got through it. See, we got through it.
I learned my lesson.
See, we got through it. Now look at us now.
Right, exactly. So speaking of, because it's been over 20 years since that interview, what has been the highlight of your career so far?
I don't know. Been a lot of them.
Okay, give me three.
Get nominated for 2 Grammys. Doing the 2 duets I did with Charlie Wilson. Working with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Okay, you said 3. I guess we did those 3.
Unless you had something about Michael Jackson, I don't know. Because look, my shirt.
But yeah, you know that. But I mean, that was before. So.
In case people are wondering, Case is a huge Michael Jackson fan, just like I am. So I decided.
You see the Thriller vinyl on the wall.
Yep, I had to rock the shirt too. So
you already know.
So during this quarantine, I feel like I've seen you everywhere online. So obviously, you've been keeping yourself busy.
Yeah, pretty much.
So how's it been like having to like do shows online and I'm doing interviews online, I'm sure is not that much different, but how has that been for you?
I mean, it is a lot different actually, because before you could just get on the phone and do it. Now you got to get presentable to do an interview. So that part of it is different. But the show thing is, I mean, I don't like it. There's no audience to feed off of. So it's kind of like when you're performing for television.
Yeah.
But I'm not a big fan of that, really.
Do you have any more coming up?
No, not that I know of.
Okay.
Not right now.
What do you think? I've seen some talk of people continuing to do these shows and or have these like drive-in concerts. What do you think? Where do you think this industry is headed until they figure out a vaccine or something for the corona?
I don't know. That's going to be interesting to see. I was having a conversation with me and Keith Sweat and a couple of other people was talking the other night, and we were saying it might be like this at least till next year. So
yeah.
That's crazy, yo. I can't even picture that. But
I'm here for a drive-in concert because I can eat my snacks in peace and have the AC on.
Yeah, that'd be cool for y'all, but that's weird to be on stage. I would have to see. Somebody would have to, I guess, kind of tweak the idea to get it. Because right now I can't picture that.
I mean, we can hang out the window and throw an arm up.
It's still not the same though. That's weird. But I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess, huh?
Right, exactly. All right. Well, one thing I want to talk about before I get to the album that I mentioned in my intro, Touch Me, Tease Me. Mm-hmm. That song has been sampled, it feels like a lot lately. Like, can you talk about that?
Yeah, they sampled it. Actually, they sampled a lot of stuff lately. I just cleared a sample from Missing You. What was it? Maybe 2 weeks ago. Somebody else sampled Touch Me, Tease Me a few weeks ago, but yeah, it's been Touch Me, Tease Me, Faded Pictures has been sampled, Miss You, Happily Ever After. All that stuff has been sampled a lot. So I mean, it's cool. I'm not mad at it, because I still get,
Did you ever
I
think that
still.
you would be that artist that people would sample?
Well, once I saw a big sampling was, yeah, you hope that you are, because that means that you left an impression that you know what I'm saying, that the next generation appreciated what you did as well as your generation. So yeah, I definitely hope that I would.
Okay. Um, I'm trying to think of well, I'll ask you for this. Do you have a favorite song that somebody has sampled? Or do you just kind of you're like, it don't matter as long as the check clear?
A favorite song? What do you mean? Where they sample my song?
Yeah.
I don't really think I have a favorite. Yeah, I don't. Well, you know what? Actually, I take that back. There's an artist and I met him on Instagram, which is funny. He had a certain name is Raven Justice, and somebody sent it to me,
Okay.
and it was dope. So I went in that night. I came in my studio at the house, and I jumped on it as a remix and sent it back to him. So
Oh, well, that was cool.
yeah, yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
that was dope. Yeah.
All right. So I collect vinyl and I came across
Mhm.
this. I
Yeah, I don't
just
even have
I
that.
just took the plastic off of it this
Hmm.
morning.
Wow, yeah, I don't even have that.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna need an autograph or something on here.
Yeah, yeah, I got you. I got you, definitely.
So personal conversation. It turned well, it's 21 this year, but last year it
Yeah,
turned
it turned
20.
21. Yeah, in
Yeah.
April. Yep,
Yeah,
April
so I wanted
20th.
to talk about that because, it's Black Music Month. Well, to me, I celebrate Black music all the time. So I thought,
Me
you know
too.
what? Since I have the vinyl, let's talk about it.
Right, right.
So, what can you tell me about like creating this album?
Um, it was cool for me because that was the first album where I was signed directly to Def Jam as opposed to through a production company.
Hmm.
And so I was able to have a lot more freedom as to what I wanted to make, um, who I wanted to work with, and all that type of stuff. So it was cool. That was actually I was in the stages of becoming directly to Def Jam. So it was towards the end of that album.
Okay.
So but I had a lot more freedom as to what I wanted to do. So
Okay. I didn't even realize till like, when I took the plastic off and read the credits, I didn't know you worked with Big Bub on this album as well. And
yeah, yeah, yeah,
he's another favorite.
yeah. That's my dude right there. Yeah, Freddie Lee. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to just go through and name some of the songs, and I want to hear some
Hmm.
of the behind the scenes stories of these songs, okay?
Okay.
We're
Uh-huh.
going to do like a mini unsung.
Yes, sir. I got you. I got you.
All right. Happily Ever After. I mean, that's not really unsung, but I'm going to just start there.
Um, well, Happily Ever After was originally a duet. Um,
Wow, okay.
yeah, and I went and I kind of changed it around a little bit and did the bridge part and um, what else was there? I think I sang it twice because the first time I did it just to see if I was gonna like it, and then we went and did it again it was at the last minute we did it too. It might have been one of the last songs we did.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
And then obviously everybody knows Beyonce's in the video,
Mhm.
and I'm nosy. I just want to know like Offset, what were the conversations like?
I mean, it was cool. We would just talk about stuff that she wanted her and the group wanted to do because it was me, her, Solange, Kelly, and her mom was there. And I don't think Matthew came till like the last day because it was a 3-day shoot. But we
Mhm.
would just talk about stuff that she wanted to do with the group, and we had no conversations about her going solo. But
Okay.
and all the stuff that she talked about with the group though ended up happening. So
Like
yeah,
what, Case? Give me the
we had fun.
details.
I mean, it wasn't nothing earth shattering. It was just like she was talking about they wanted to go on tours and they wanted just different stuff they wanted to do. Because remember they
Okay.
was just starting out. Yeah, they were just
Okay.
starting out. So
Well, that's crazy that like looking at her
yeah,
now and then going back and watching that video, it's amazing.
yeah, it's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah. Okay. What about one of my favorites, Faded Pictures with you and Joe?
Oh yeah, that was fun. We did that. I think we did that maybe a year, but close to a year before. That may have been one of the first songs that we did for the album. And we I know we got We got drunk and we played dice. The studio was full of people. We had it going on that day, and but we had everything right but the song, so we had to go back and sing it again. Like I think it was like the following week. I think it was the following week we went and did it over. So,
Do you think
but
you
yeah,
guys
it
will
was.
do another song together?
Yeah, definitely. We talked about it recently.
How about a whole album? Can
We
we get
talked about
that?
that too recently.
Okay.
Yeah, we talked about that too recently, but we'll see. We'll
Okay.
see. It's
Okay.
hard to lock stuff like that down.
Okay. All right. Well, I was curious though. Like, there's two versions of Faded Pictures on this album. You've got the one version, and then on the B side, you've got the Soul Central version. What was the thought behind that?
Nothing. Somebody had it. No, honestly, somebody played it. I forgot who did it, but they came and played it for me and was like, "Yo, so and so did a remix of the song. Do you like it?" I was like, "Yeah, it's dope. I like it. I actually like it a lot."
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't anything planned. It was just somebody. I forget who it was. Somebody somewhere close by did
Okay.
it and got it to us. And so yeah, it was somebody that was close to us. I just forgot who it was.
Okay. I mean, it has been 21 years, so.
Yeah, I don't think I knew then though.
Oh, okay. Okay. All
But
right.
yeah, it's
What
dope. I
about
like it.
If?
If was cool. I did If with Anthony Dent from Noontime. Um, I think he was just starting out too. He flew up to New York and we did this song. I don't even remember where I heard the song. I think they may have sent me a bunch of songs to listen to,
Mm-hmm.
and they sent me the track, and I don't remember where I wrote it. I think I may have written it in a pre-production studio, and then he came up and we knocked it out. We knocked it out. He came up. We did. I think we did it at Quad Studios in New York.
Okay. All right. We're gonna flip to the B side.
Mhm.
Um, let's see. He Don't Love You.
He don't love you. Oh, he don't love you. We did Mucho from Basic Black. He did the track, and me and Nico from Love and Hip Hop wrote that song together. We wrote the song, and we did it. We was downtown somewhere. But those songs was fun. The songs I did with Mucho because I had Mucho who I was a fan of, and he's a dope producer. Then I had my man T.O. Cross from La Day and Brian. They was working with me, and I haven't worked with them for years, so they came and did backgrounds with me and stuff. So those sessions was fun.
Since you brought up Lade, for the people that don't know, can you talk about that connection?
We were all signed to the same management company, like way back when they was young.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and myself and Brian from La Day, we were a duo, and La Day was a group, so we were separate. And one of the members of La Day left the group, and they wanted me and Brian to join La Day, and I didn't want to do it, so he went, and so we'll always be connected.
Okay.
That's family right there.
Do you wish you had gone to join the group now? Looking back, or you?
No,
Okay.
I knew then that I didn't want to be in a group, so and I knew, and they already had a record deal at that time too. So now for a minute there, I was like, ah, damn, but they had a record deal already when he left and joined them. So, and I was still trying to get a record deal. So,
Mm-hmm.
but now I knew then I didn't want to be in a group though.
Okay. Yeah, I can't. I'm trying to picture you in a group. I think the closest is what is it on the Best Man soundtrack?
The Best Man, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's probably the closest, yeah, yeah. Because, but
Speaking of,
I knew I
I
didn't
did.
want
I watched that video earlier today, and I was like, the outfit you had on.
to.
What were you going for? Like with that outfit? What was
Nah, it was nothing but it was basically like how people have a jean suit with a vest instead of a jean jacket. It was the same thing with just leather.
with the bandana? Like,
Yeah, let's go. But I was wearing bandanas a lot back then, around that time anyway.
That's true. That's true. Okay, I give you that. But I was
Yeah,
cracking up. Like, wait a minute, they all like Tyrese got
that's
his
funny.
turtleneck on. And
Yeah, I wasn't wearing a turtleneck. I wasn't doing all that.
okay, back to personal conversation. Where did our love go?
Bub wrote that, matter of fact. I'm trying to remember. I think Kenny Smoothman did the track. That was when Bub first came on board, and he was like, They had went and worked on it. I wasn't there,
Hmm.
and they sent it to me. Well, actually, back then I had to go and get it. So I heard the tape and I liked the song, so that was the first song that I did that I did with Bob. So
Okay.
yeah,
Scandalous.
Scandalous. Oh man, who even did Scandalous? I don't remember who did Scandalous, but it was
Wait, we could look. We could look.
yeah, because I don't remember who did it. I know I always loved that Jungle Brothers sample. Um
The
and
Jimmy's bonus beat.
yeah, I always loved that sample. So I was like, yo, let's try to make a song out of this. So we just went there one night and did it. And then that's when Cameron came out and he was doing he had the Magnum PI song and a couple of other joints. And he knew somebody that I knew that I was working with. So we see that he wanted to do it, knock that out. So,
Okay. And then the
yeah.
last song of the album is Having My Baby.
Oh yeah, Big Kev did that. That was a song that I had written years before I got a record deal. I had wrote it when my baby's mom at the time was expecting little Case. And so I had the song idea. And then we were sitting there and I'm like trying to think of he started playing something. I
Hmm.
think my man Kev was playing something and I was like, okay, I got a song that might go kinda to that, so just play around what I'm singing. So that's how we did that.
Okay. So
Yeah.
would this be one of your favorite albums that you've done, or is there another favorite?
No, it's not my favorite. No, it's not. Open Letter is my favorite.
Okay.
Um, I mean, Personal Conversations. I like it. I like it. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, Open Letter is my favorite.
Okay. You got to get this on vinyl. It sounds really good.
I know. I gotta get it. I gotta get a couple. I got two vinyl albums. I got Thriller and What's Going On. I gotta get some more vinyl albums.
Oh, yeah. I need you to come on with it.
But I
All
don't take
right.
them out though, so I'm gonna have to get two copies of everything. I don't take them out. I don't even
Oh.
take them out the plastic.
It hurt me to take the plastic off of this album, but I was like, the reflection will look crazy. So
Yeah. I kept mine. I keep mine in the plastic.
okay, so I've looking at your Instagram, you are clearly very, very woke. You know, you're and hilarious, but you're woke. And I saw your interview. I think you did it with I know you got Soul. You talked about you're working on a conscious album. So my question for you is with Black Lives Matter and some of the other things going on in the world today, do you think artists have a responsibility to put out music that reflects the times? And do they have a responsibility to speak out on the issues? Because some people are saying, just be quiet, like just open your wallet or your purse. Like, what do you think about that?
I mean, as an artist, you don't have a responsibility. You have a responsibility to be true to yourself. So, I mean, if you don't have that in your heart, don't fake it. You know what I mean? I don't think it's a responsibility. Um, but I think the responsibility you have as an artist is to be honest and be true to yourself. So
Okay.
I don't, that's just the way I look at it.
Okay. All right.
You
So
know
what's the
me, I don't
best
shut up.
lesson that you've learned over the years? Or the biggest lesson?
The biggest? Phew.
Do we need to do 3 for that one too?
Nah, it's probably way more than that. I'm sure it's way more than that. Since I've been in the music business, sheesh. Probably. Well, I learned this a long time ago that it's 90% business and 10% music.
Hmm.
Being in the music business, so you have to stay on top of that side of it. Um, but yeah, I think that's a very important one. But there's been so many little things that I've been able to learn. Just
Hmm.
and then you know you asked me that, and it's like everything just was like just went blank.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think of what's the biggest. I think another big lesson I learned is that I learned this from Terry Lewis, Jimmy Jim and Terry Lewis. We were talking about we went to the studio and I had gotten this watch delivered to the studio that I had ordered. And so he's like, hey, let me talk to you. He's like, that's a nice watch. So we had this long conversation about preparing yourself for the day when you don't have hit records out. He's like,
Hmm.
because it happens to everybody. He's like, that day is going to come. And he was like, you know, we had we talked for like maybe an hour. And that was a very, very, very important lesson to learn. because you do run around, you spend money like it's always going to be there,
Right.
or like it's always going to keep coming the way it's coming, and it doesn't happen like that for anybody. So
Okay.
that
That's a
was
good lesson.
that was a great lesson to learn,
Okay.
especially to learn it from him as opposed to having to go through it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a lot worse.
Do you still have that watch?
Yeah, I still got it actually.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So your last album was Therapy, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was that? 2018?
18. Yep.
Yeah.
2018.
So what are you working on besides the Conscious album? Are you working on anything else, or that you
Yeah,
can
I'm working
talk
on
about?
another regular album, I guess, quote unquote regular album. Just about love and relationships. So I'm trying to
Okay.
do both of them at the same time. See how that works.
Okay. You gonna release them at the same time?
Probably not. Probably
Okay.
not. But I'm trying to get them done at the same time, just in case. Like,
Okay.
plus
All
I don't know
right.
which one is going to come first. You know.
All right. And here on Check the Rhymes, I like to find out what kind of affirmations people tell themselves every day to keep them motivated, keep them going, especially with, everything that's going on. So do you have any that you could share?
I think the one thing because I'm not really big on affirmations, but as soon as you said that, I realized something that I have said to myself so many times. Is that God didn't bring you this far to leave you. So that's
That's a good
that's
one.
something that's something that somebody said to me during a really rough time in my life, and it stuck with me. So
I like that. I needed that reminder.
yeah,
That's a
and
good one.
that's how I feel. Like it's a great reminder. Like he didn't bring you all this way just to leave you now, and just so that's a great reminder for me.
Okay. Is there anything else you're working on that we should know about that you can share?
Uh, I got a song coming out with Tiffany Haddish, because she's putting out a project which is hilarious. Um,
Wait, she
just
sings or is like comedy?
no. She's like rapping. She's like
Oh,
rapping,
okay.
kind of. Yeah. She's like kind of rapping. It's funny. I think you're gonna like it.
Okay.
Um, what else? I just did a song with there's somebody else. Oh, Mari Hardwick. I did 2 songs with him. He does spoken word stuff. So me and him did 2 songs. Other stuff I can't tell you yet.
Okay.
I
Well,
can't
we'll
tell you
just
on
stay
here.
tuned
I
to
tell you.
your Instagram. Wait till
Yeah,
you wait till you release it there. So tell everybody where they can
it'd be
find
cool
you.
though. On Twitter, case_music1. I think I don't even know my Twitter name. Like that terrible. Instagram, I am_case1, and Facebook case music.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Case, for joining me today on Check the
Thank you.
Rhymes.
Thank
It's
you.
about time you came through here. I've been trying to get you for months.
I told you I was waiting. I was waiting on you.
Well, we made it happen. So thank
Yes,
you for
ma'am.
joining me.
All right. Thank you.